Living in northern Ontario, we're surrounded by trees. However, sometimes we take for granted many of the trees that have been planted through community initiatives to green up public spaces. Recently, two spaces had trees planted through such initiatives. One being Landslide Hill with TD Friends of the Environment, and the other being Carmen's Way with Clean North.
We had around 160 trees. TD, this is part of their flagship program for TD Friends of the Environment. We've been doing this since 2010. We have a lot of green space. For those of us in Northern Ontario that are lucky enough to be able to actually go out and go camping and enjoy the space, it's important to make sure that we maintain it and actually retain it. So, doing these types of things with the environment is important to make sure that we have that to enjoy later.
For 2 years we've used this Landslide site as a planting place. It's a very sensitive environmental site in terms of being all gravel, and of course being called landslide is very prone to erosion. And the more trees and mature trees we can get established here, the more it will arrest the erosion that's continually happening. It's part of our conservation authority out here at Hiawatha Highlands, and basically we're just rehabilitating it and trying to get some trees to grow.
Planting trees gives a certain sense of empowerment to those involved. Youth from Canada World Youth were excited to be a part of it.
I think it would be nice if in 20 years I'll get to know that these trees are big enough, and I will be able to say that, oh, I planted these trees.
My favorite part was really just getting out there and being able to make a significant difference. It was really cool at the end of it to see all of the pink little markers of all of the trees that we actually planted, and then being able to keep count and say, well, I planted 10 trees. It's kind of a cool thing to be able to say to someone.
Along Carmen's Way, Don McGorman from Clean North took initiative to make sure there were trees planted in unused space. He has been maintaining these trees for the past 5 years.
We worked with Clean North and Don McGorman to actually map out the area that wanted to be planted, the backside of this berm. We worked out the details as to when he'd be planting. The city provided wood chips for the base of the trees to help them and support their growth. And we also talked with Clean North in regards to the future maintenance of the area. We maintain the area by grass cutting it, trimming back the weeds and the growth. And so Don had identified, or Clean North identified the trees with ribbons, so we could actually do our main maintenance on the backside of the berm to make sure the trees actually survive and get above a certain height, so they will continue to grow and be mature trees.
Well, Clean North started community tree planting projects about 20 years ago. So we're always looking for places to plant trees. And this site came up about 5 years ago once Carmen's Way was installed. The berm was here with the fence, and it's a perfect place for a plantation. There's no power lines. It's a rich site. These trees here are now about 5 years old, so they were retreated with weed control for about 3 years, but now they can look after their own. Well, this plantation is 75% Norway spruce, which isn't a native tree to Canada. But these trees were grown from seed that was collected locally.
In time, these initiatives will provide wooded areas for future generations to enjoy.
I think it's important that the community look after the canopy that we have, the urban canopy, and make sure that we, at the very least, maintain the level of canopy. Trees are pretty significant. They take in the carbon dioxide, and they offer shade. They're a home for animals. They take the wastewater away from us, preventing floods. So they're more valuable, I think, than people realize.
Tree planting is a popular activity with high school and college students. The benefit is that if they can remember where we planted these trees, they'll be able to come back in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and they'll be able to show their grandchildren these trees and that they were part of establishing. So it's planting a tree is a fun thing to do, and it's got an enduring legacy for the people that planted it.
So if you're looking to get your hands dirty and get involved with the community tree planting program, you can get more information by visiting cleannorth.org. Reporting for SHOT TV, I'm Christian LeMay.